Good evening, degenerates, and welcome back to another week of Degen Hours. This is a very special episode because not only are we recapping everything that happened last week, how the parlay went that we gave you as a free roll to win $600, we're also going to talk all the Thanksgiving football action. So we have 3 games on Thanksgiving.
Turkey games.
Is that the sound a turkey makes?
I think so.
Can you say
I
it
actually
again?
have no idea what a turkey makes.
I think that was a chicken.
Try one more time.
No.
Okay. Well, 3 games on Thanksgiving, and we're going to add the Friday NFL game as well. So we have 4 NFL games to talk about. Let's get right into the action. It is that time where we get to recap all of our picks from last week, starting off with the most important picks, the Mortal Locks. So, what happened last week? Ryan was relegated, so there's us 4, Mario, Michael, myself, and Tate in the parlay. We're going to start off with Mario. He had the hottest pick he was giving out in all of gambling shows, and everything, all of YouTube. You were 10-2 before last week. You picked Michigan. They were never covering.
Never covering. I should have just went with my preseason read. I called it before the preseason.
I know, you said you liked Maryland preseason. For some reason, you bet against yourself.
Yeah, and I just threw out a line, too. I was like, oh, they won't lose by 20 points. And Michigan was favored by 19.
You knew.
I just knew. All the signs were there, and you know what? That's what happens when you don't go with your gut.
Amen.
Yeah, so
Don't play it safe. Don't hedge. No.
Preach.
Hedging is stupid. Never.
Yeah.
No, it's literally for don't ever hedge.
Wow.
Again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hey, life lesson.
Life lesson, you learned it this week. Obviously, Mario's mortal missed, so the parlay didn't hit.
Yep.
But Mike, you were back in the parlay after being relegated for a little while.
Roar!
You picked the Jags.
Oh, yeah.
Never a sweat.
Never.
Trevor Lawrence, baby, just coming
4
at you.
touchdowns. Big game.
Just massive. I mean, it was also easy. Titans suck. This was a lock. I knew it was a lock.
It was
That's
a
why
lock.
it was my mortal lock. Bing, bang, boom. Free money.
5-8 on the season.
Not good record, but also
5-8.
worse NFL record. But like I said, we'll get into that part later.
Yeah, well,
I will always hit my mortal and take everything else as
He'll
they
always
come.
hit his mortal 5 out of 13 times.
Correct.
Yep.
So 5 and 8, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 100% of the 100% guarantee, like 38% of the time,
38,
something like that.
I
not
don't
bad.
think
That's not
I
bad.
don't think that's
My mortal is tied for the hottest pick we're giving out. Last 7 weeks, 5-2. Last week I gave you a line. No one wanted to bet UCLA plus 6.5. They dominated. They dominated.
Go Bruins, baby.
Absolutely on fire. Shout
Go
out
Bruins.
Tate. Go Bruins. Caleb Williams.
Terrible.
Yikes. Dumpster fire. Lincoln Riley might be. A good thing you got that $100 million
He might be
guaranteed.
mystery relevant this year.
Yeah, he might be looking for a new job. 6-7 on the season. Love that. We'll skip Ryan. Go to Tate. Tate. Kansas State did not cover. That game was ugly.
That hurt.
Did they win?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won, but they didn't cover. 6-7 on the year. How'd you feel about that pick?
I would bet it 10 times over again.
And you'd lose 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's not.
That game was ugly.
That was an ugly
just
game. It's
disgusting.
Big number for an ugly game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. So 6-7
They're
for
so
you.
much better than Kansas. It's actually ridiculous.
Ryan, you were relegated. You're still relegated. You gave out the LSU over, and your mortal cursed LSU, who had never lost an over. They missed it by 1.5.
Yeah, I'm convinced
powerful
it's just
curse.
me. Like it's
No,
me.
it's-
It's nothing else.
it is.
It's
unbelievable.
It's happened like probably
100%.
4 or 5 times this year, which just doesn't make sense. The live line was 92.
It's good. It's good.
halftime.
It's a good number.
My number was 71.5. Didn't decide to
Makes
bet.
sense.
It's
Makes
crazy
sense.
because, like I was telling Ryan, when a number's that high and you don't hit that over,
Yeah.
it's usually because it just didn't even come close. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was like 10 points off.
1 point off.
No, they just passed up points not to hit it.
Yeah.
was
Like
sharp.
it's actually the sickest thing of all
sharp.
time.
They were going. Georgia State was going for it on 4th downs inside like LSU field position.
No,
They
yeah,
weren't even
Georgia
trying
State
to
was on
score.
LSU's like 18-yard line, 4th and 6, and they're like, no, let's.
Throw a screen.
No, we're down to 50. Let's just like,
Green behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh,
yeah, let's just throw.
Matt Canada
sharp.
snuck in their play call.
We'll get there. We'll get there one week maybe.
Yeah, so 4-9 on the season for mortals. Worst,
No, it's not great.
worst on the pod. You're our highest percentage better, and your mortals are abysmal.
No, I'm not gonna miss any mortals for the rest of the year.
Wow.
I'm done. If I miss a mortal, I'll. If I miss a
No, just
mortal,
don't miss. Just don't miss.
no. If I miss a mortal, I'll free roll our mortal log parlay instead of all of us betting it. I'll bet it for. A week.
Ooh, I love
You know what
that.
I mean?
Okay.
I love that.
I give,
All right.
I've given the viewers so much stuff. How about give the people doing all the work?
Give back to
Also,
stuff, you know?
shout out to a viewer who commented Bill's year 17-0. They're obviously not going to be 17-0, but he commented if the Bills didn't beat the Jets, like some of us predicted last week, he would pay for the mortal next week. So
Good call. My upset was
But I just
clearly
wanted to
not
shout that
gonna
out. That
hit.
was pretty cool.
That
Love when
was
you guys
cool.
interact like that.
Yeah.
We'll always take a free roll if we can get it. So
we always
Oh yeah.
that was pretty
We're
cool.
gamblers.
Let's
Free
go
play.
over last week's cards. I'll start with myself because holy shit, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fire,
god.
fire, fire,
Oh my god.
Woo,
This is my
woo.
best week of
board
the
was
year.
just
It was unbelievable.
Clear.
11-7 college football. Brings me to 48% on the year. I had a couple really bad weeks. We got it back this week. Mortal hit college. It was a really good Saturday for me. 8-3 NFL.
You started off like 8-0 in college.
I did.
too.
The morning games.
Yeah.
I swept the morning games.
Swept the morning games.
And 8-3 NFL.
That's crazy.
8 for 11. Unbelievable. 52% on the year on that. Brings me to 50% on the
Yeah,
year.
baby.
140 and 140.
Yeah, baby.
So, we're back. We are
back.
so back. This was a huge week. I love it so much. Ryan, I mean, just brutal. 10,
not
13, and 1 for college. 53% on the season. 5 and 6 NFL.
Shout out
50.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Absolutely losing everything.
Brutal. Brutal week for you. Like we said, you missed your mortal. But on the season, your record's still very impressive. 156, 134, and 6. 54%.
I'll take
That's
54%
pretty
after a terrible week and everything. So
You just gotta
just keep betting
get
my
back
picks.
to where
If
you're
you
at.
want easy money, just bet on my
But not
picks.
the mortals.
Not the mortals.
Yeah,
Do
not
not
Upsets,
don't
bet my
touch the
picks.
mortals. Fade the
That's
mortals.
it.
Tate, similarly to Ryan, not above 50% on either side.
No.
4, 6, and 1 college football
Yeah.
brings you to 51% on the year. Crappy pick of the week lost.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Wait, is this the first week ever? The crappy pick
Yeah,
and
mortal.
the
The one time we say parlay the crappy pick in the mortal, they both lose.
Everybody was commenting.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's
was
just bad.
sad.
That was sad.
3 and 5 NFL brings you below 50. You're 49% on the year. Your total now tied with me at 50%. 122, 122, and 9.
Exactly.
So
I can't go below 50.
impressive.
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
That's
It's illegal.
now
impressive.
that I'm up there, I'm not getting below.
There we go.
We're keeping this train rolling.
I'm
Mike,
the opposite. I'm just going down.
Yeah, you're not above 50% in any
That's it.
category.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah, no.
This last week, 7-6
burning.
college football, 47% of the year. So it's a good week for you in college.
that's a good week.
2 and 6 NFL.
Oh, it's crown. His NFL
Catastrophe.
crown.
You were going after me a lot for some of my picks in NFL, saying how you were best in NFL. You're now below 50% for NFL. You're below me by 3%. So all that nonsense you were talking about being a better NFL better, that didn't happen. We also bet $200 last week that
Yeah.
the Steelers would cover 3.5. They did. I haven't seen the money yet.
Wow.
You'll get it.
You know, in the
You'll
checks.
get
I haven't seen the money.
The latest bank
Okay.
account
$200
works,
bet.
You'll get it.
$200
Okay.
bet. Haven't seen the money yet. On the season, not looking great.
Yeah,
94 and 103, 48%.
Good way of verbalize how I feel.
Last
is,
on the pod. Worse, better.
No, I know. Have you
No one
guys,
below you.
Have you guys seen that video? It was a travesty in like the 90s. It's called The Challenger,
That was not in the 90s.
or in the 80s.
There you go.
Yeah. 80s, 90s, whatever. Tomato, potato.
Have we seen that?
Tomato, potato.
Tomato,
It's
potato.
like an event.
Yeah, the Challenger. It like the earlier part of this year when I was above 50% NFL was like the first 30 seconds or so when it was taking off and it felt great.
Yeah.
And then it exploded, and that was like my past 2 or 3 weeks, and now everyone's dead and I'm dead.
Yep, worse, better on the pod. Mario, 8 and 12 college football, brutal week.
Tough.
Brutal week, 48% on the year.
Surprised it was even that good, to be honest. I thought it was way lower.
It looked like it was going to be a bad week.
We kind of turned it around a
Yeah,
little bit.
towards the end. 5 and 3 NFL. You're above 50%. You're 51% in NFL.
Yeah.
You're back below 50 though, for the season. 136 and 140 for 49%.
I'm right
We're
there.
back to
I'm just gonna
Nice
tease
little
it.
Mario
I'm
lives
just
there.
gonna
back
tease
to the
it
start
all
of the pod
season.
with us three above and
Yeah,
I'm gonna tease it all season.
Yeah, I started really hot and then I just absolutely fell off a cliff. Was like the worst, and now we're grinding up again. Us three, 50% or higher. This side,
Cancerous side.
not so much.
cancerous.
I've remained consistent.
You have
48, 49% all season.
shot.
Hit 50 1 week, back to 49.
we don't want you to do too high.
I'm like a straight line.
that was like
you
a
know?
ceiling. It was like resistance. It was like nope, no, it's not going. Upset recaps.
Oh god.
Don't even bet these.
No,
like
let's
right.
you know what? Let's skip the
no,
recap.
fade.
None of them hit again.
Units, and then
Last week we went 0 for 5.
Yes.
This week we went 0 for 5.
0 for
If
5.
we
Done
go
it 7
0 for
out of-
5 3 weeks in a row, we need to relegate the upset pick.
Yeah, we have
for
to get
1
rid of
week.
it. We have to
for
get rid
1
of it.
week.
That's fair.
that's
All right, we won't give out an upset. I'm 0 and 12. Just something to note. Mike, throw up the things. Shout out UL Monroe though for putting up a hell of a first half.
Yeah.
Against Ole Miss.
No, I mean that was
They were plus 3,500.
That would've been
They were
sharp
down
to bet the
7-3
first
at
half,
halftime,
No,
and they
that
had
was-
multiple times where they didn't get it on fourth down
Yeah.
on their side. So those dogs were fighting, but yeah, Second half wasn't good.
Yeah.
That was the recap, though. I mean, pretty eventful week. Some really bad cards and some really good ones. The Mortal Parlay, obviously, because Ryan's still relegated, will only be 4 legs. We're giving that out on Thursday. So what we need to talk about now, though, are the Thanksgiving games. The Gobbler games. 3 games on Thanksgiving, 1 on Friday. Let's talk some NFL.
Bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It is Thanksgiving
Gobble,
Day
gobble.
tomorrow. If you're watching this on Wednesday when we are posting it. Gobble, gobble. You now have the right sound for the correct animal. Oh, well, there you go. There you go again. Back to the chicken. Huge game. First game. We're going to go in order of the slate that you're going to be watching them on Thursday. So we're starting the day off hot. Packers at Lions. Lions minus 7.5. One of the hottest teams in the NFL. They're 8-2. Crazy for the Lions to be 8-2. Last time the Lions were 8-2 was 1960. Crazy. That's
wild.
60 years ago.
Sure.
63 years ago.
It's well before we were born.
Yep. Lions minus 7.5, total 47.5.
No, you're sharp.
That's so sharp. I mean, I'm just going to move on. I'm just going to keep, I got to glaze over
I
something.
mean, it's true.
It's a pick show. We're going to be here all day.
No, it's true.
Mario, I'm starting with you. How are you looking at this first game on Thanksgiving?
It's just Lions. I mean,
Really?
the Packers are so bad. Now they did win last week, but that's only because Justin Herbert loves to lose. Like no one loves to lose the way he loves to lose.
The Chargers are spectacular losers.
Oh, yeah.
the best.
They're the best losers.
No, yeah. I mean, it wasn't quite that playoff game against the Jags. Like nothing will ever top that.
That game was glorious.
But I mean,
great.
this Packers team is so bad, and for the Chargers to not pull that game out was just laughable. But anyways,
It's
the
impressive.
Lions at home, dude, they're gonna absolutely kill Jordan Love. Jordan Love, I mean, Josh Allen's hot with the interceptions, but like I can almost guarantee you, Jordan Love's throwing at least 1 pick in this game.
Almost guaranteed.
So you're saying bet his over interceptions.
easy.
100%.
I mean, if you parlay that with Josh Allen every week, I mean,
They're paying your rent.
yeah,
They're paying your rent. They're putting in the foundation.
And I also love the under, just because I just don't see the Packers. Like it's a weird divisional game. I think the Packers defense is going to be a little sturdy in the first half, and I think Lions defense will be like. I mean, Packers offense isn't the same without Aaron Jones too. So I don't know. Give me
Is
the
he
under.
out? Is he for sure out?
I don't know if if he plays.
He's out next week. I think they're worried about like the future.
Oh.
Yeah.
And even if he does play, like Matt
It's worse for
LaFleur
them.
gives him the Jameer Gibbs treatment when he's healthy.
Jameer
him-
Gibbs.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs is.
Well, the first
eat it.
7 week Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, the
treatment.
first 7 weeks. I was saying now they kind of let Jameer just go. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, get 20 fantasy points a week.
As
at
they
least.
should have
No,
been.
shout out LaFleur's wife for just getting pounded by Aaron Jones.
No, I mean that must be happening. So yeah, Jordan Love sucks.
Bro.
Don't overthink this. Lions minus 7.5 and under.
Wait, that was just wild.
Yeah, that was
that
out of
was
pocket.
a little
I've been
out
saying it all
pocket.
year. It's a fact.
That
Aaron Jones and Matt LaFleur's wife are having an affair. And the only way to get back at Aaron Jones is to make sure he doesn't see the light of day on the field. Sure.
Or something even worse. Watch,
Jones is so
watch
bad. That is a
AJ
take.
Dillon run the ball.
Aaron
That
Jones
is
is
a
very
take,
good at
ladies and
football
gentlemen.
for his entire career. He literally,
No, he's
before
like-
this year, had the most yards per carry.
It's crazy because it's like he's never bad, and they just choose not to give him the ball.
It's crazy.
Anyways, I don't want to
He's
get on the Aaron
absolutely going
Jones.
to Pound Town.
the Packers would rather not win games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going Lions in the under.
Yeah.
Mike, are you on the same wavelength?
I am for sure on the Lions, all over the Lions. Exactly the same as Mario. I think the Packers only won because the Chargers suck. I will always continue to hate on the Chargers. And yeah, the Chargers suck. So they love to lose. It's a fraudulent win, in my opinion. However,
What's a fraudulent win?
the Packers winning
yeah.
last week because the Chargers suck so bad. So
I just wanted to hear it one more time.
yeah, no, they're bad.
That's fair.
However, I disagree because I am taking the over of 46.5. I'm only motivated
47.5.
47.5. Sorry, I had that. I just can't read. Have that only motivated by the fact
I thought Ryan was the one who couldn't read. You've been saying it all year.
I'm not gonna make a racially motivated joke, but you can infer what I was gonna say. Lions are 6-4.
I don't think anyone in the world could.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
Open your eyes. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah, similar.
I was just trying to guess.
okay.
Sorry.
Similar to that.
Yeah.
Like
Alright.
a ching chong type of.
Self-deprecating
Yeah,
humor.
that's fair. Shout out
Okay.
no one.
All right. Over. Lions.
Over in the
Bang.
Lions. All right.
Somehow over.
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Yeah, I love that Mike's on the Lions because he is by far our worst gambler.
Yeah, no, I mean that doesn't
And
make me feel good.
He's been one of the worst in NFL. Unbelievably bad. You came at me all NFL show last week. I went 8-3, and you were poverty 2-6. So
I did not come at you the entire show last
Well,
week.
anyone who hasn't watched it, go ahead and watch it. You can rewatch, make up your own mind. Yeah, this is Packers easy plus 7.5. It's free. They're literally telling you to bet Packers here. I'm not saying Packers are going to win the game. This is way too big of a number. The Lions are the most fraudulent 8-2 team. We've said it a million times that they are the Vikings from last year, where no one in their right mind thinks they're actually an 8-win caliber team. The Packers, say what you want, they're not the worst team in the NFL, but they're not great. There's just too many points. No one's saying take Packers money line. At least I'm not saying that. But spreads already account for how good the teams are, and you just have to see if it's like there's a deviation you think is there. I think the Lions can win this game by 4 points, so I'm all over the Packers here. I'm not touching the over-under. I think this could go way over or way under. So either way it plays out, I think the Packers stay within this number the entire game. I don't think they're ever down by more than 7.
That's so crazy because, like, I'm one of those people that think Packers money line.
Oh,
Yeah, I love I think it's a great spot for the Packers in this game. I actually think they can easily win. I watched the same situation last week with the Bears team in Detroit and almost beat them. Probably should have beat them if they weren't trying to tank.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
we can't pretend like the Lions played a good game last week.
Oh, they won with 2 touchdowns in the last.
I mean,
7
the
minutes of
Bears
game.
with Justin Fields are better than the Packers.
Some people might argue not. So that's
No,
just,
Either way-
preseason,
either way,
I
the-
was one of those people, but as the season's progressed,
no. Yeah, I love the number plus 7.5. I'm actually going
It's
to
a
be
good
betting
number.
Packers money line. Also, I think it's a great spot for the Lions. It's a letdown spot for the Lions. The way the Packers can control the game. I think the Lions last week only threw the ball through Amon-Ra. I don't know if Jared Alexander's going to be back. Even if he's not, I think the Packers defense can hold him down. I do like the under though a lot. 47.5. I think it's too many points for
yeah,
a
I think it's too
divisional
many
game.
points. Yeah.
All right, Tate, we're split on the side here. 2 Packers, 2 Lions. You're the tiebreaker. Where are we going?
Yeah, I actually like the Packers here. I think it's kind of a weird sneaky spot, like Ryan said. I think they, again, are like the Lions did not play well against the Bears last week until the last 3 drives.
Yeah, the Bears tried to lose.
Yeah, no, the Bears literally tried to lose. So I think the 7.5 is such a perfect thing here for especially divisional game. But I do have a little player prop here.
Ooh, what are we looking at?
So I kind of think I love the game script in my head is like, okay, well, Jared Goff they love to throw the ball, right?
Yep.
They also love to run the ball, but they like to throw the ball. And the Packers have a very good pass defense. So I think they're going to have really a lot of success running the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs over 46.5 rushing yards.
I love that. I love that.
That's a
I love
low
like
that
number.
that on one
bet. So
play.
I'm taking the Packers and then Jahmyr Gibbs over 46.5 rushing
I love that.
That's
Ooh,
one play.
I love the pick. Next game, an ugly game. The biggest spread we have on Thanksgiving Day. Commanders at Cowboys. These teams could not be trending in different direction. Or they're so far apart from
Yeah,
each other.
so
I mean,
far
it's
apart,
ridiculous. Cowboys minus 10.5, total 48.5. Tate, we're going back to you here. Is this too big of a number, or the Cowboys just walk?
I don't know. They keep doing this with the Cowboys where they give them these big spreads, and then all the sharps are like, "Yeah, I got to stay on the other side because at some point they got to lose." But
Yeah.
they don't. They're not.
Yep.
They just keep dominating teams. I can't not take the Cowboys in this spot, especially at home here.
Yeah, it's a lot of points.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's a lot of
they're a
points,
good
but
team.
They're a good team, and they
yeah.
just continue to show that they can kill bad teams.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, this is just too big for a divisional game for me. Like 10.5. I just can't not take the Commanders here. Like it's just.
I'm
I
thinking
think
the same.
I think Sam Howell could just put up a couple touchdowns, and they don't need to score. Dallas doesn't need to score a bunch. I mean, even last week, I think the score of the Panthers game was 34-10.
Yeah.
So they covered. I think Sam Howell could put up 24. You know what I mean?
Well, Sam Howell sneakily leading the NFL in passing yards,
Yep.
which is crazy.
That is.
He's number 1. CJ Stroud's number 2.
No,
That
it's
is
crazy.
insane.
So,
That is actually crazy.
I really like.
I wish I had that part.
Sam Howell was my group chat preseason rookie of the year until I realized he wasn't a rookie.
Ooh.
You guys remember that's a great
We were both
shot.
like, wait a second. Wait.
I was
he's not
like,
rookie.
I
How you get
texted everyone. I was
those
like, dude, watch out for Sam Howell this year. He's gonna take the league by storm.
yeah, he's.
You're like, I don't know what his odds
He's
are
not
because I can't
great.
find him.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't find his odds
he
anywhere.
throws the ball.
surprisingly.
He throws the ball a lot, but he's definitely terrible. I
No,
mean,
he's
last week
not
was
great.
Embarrassing. But yeah, I like the Commanders just keeping it close, and I like the over. I think both these teams can score out their mind, and they will. So over in Commanders.
I like it.
Yeah, I've stopped touching team point totals completely because that was all of my losses in the middle of the season for NFL were on overs and unders. Last week was the first week I didn't pick one over and under. I went 8-3.
Yeah.
So I
Stay
will
on that
not
train.
be giving you out an over
love
under.
that.
I don't know
I
what I'm
love that.
talking
Stick to your
about,
gut.
but I know teams.
Yep, stick to your gut.
There's way too many points. Way too many points for a Thanksgiving game. A lot of eyes on this game. The Commanders, say what you want. They can play teams tough in certain spots. Sam Howell, not the best quarterback, but he throws a lot of yards. I've seen this Cowboys defense give up a bunch of yards and points a couple times. The Cowboys are just bipolar. I can't really win betting against them, so I'm not hammering this. I just think it's too big of a number. So similarly to the Packers game logic, too many points. This game might be a 14-point game at times, but I think it ends inside the 10.5. So love the Commanders plus 10.5 here.
I think we're probably going to stay on opposite ends for the rest of this week.
That works for me.
Yeah, no, I know you're going to be happy about the rest of these picks. But I am absolutely all over positively the Cowboys minus 10.5 here. Quickly, before I get into why Sam Howell sucks so bad, Cowboys have 7 wins. They're 7-3. 6 of those 7 wins come with 20 plus points. Or not with 20, by 20 or more points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of wins. I mean, they absolutely dominate and just they don't stop
When they win,
running up the
they
score on their on teams. The only one game that they didn't win by more than 20 was the Chargers, who they are very much on and off. Like, I think they do have good
They're
weeks.
bad.
I do think they are very, very bad at certain times as well. Secondly, Sam Howell threw 3 picks against the Giants.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very bad.
The Giants
You
look
lost.
kind of good last
They
week.
lost
Deontay Banks is one of the
31
best
to
corners in the league,
19.
though. He's a rookie.
I don't care. I don't care. You don't lose to your Giants. I mean, it's just not something you do. I'm taking the Cowboys minus 10.5, and I'm taking the over 48.5, mainly because I think, 1, the Cowboys don't stop, and 2, on the off chance that Sam Howell can turn something on, get a couple touchdowns, even more of a reason to go over.
Okay.
So Cowboys and over.
Ooh, Mario, are you riding with Mike just like you rode with Mike on the line? Or, yeah, on the line.
Be a rider.
Yeah, I'm going to actually agree with Mike here. I'm going to take the Commanders plus 10.5.
Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. Doesn't feel so good, huh? Yeah.
I do
Every
it by
week.
mistake every time.
Every week, Mike's like, I totally agree
that
with
was
you.
a mistake.
I genuinely
Mike
do
does
it
it
by
on
mistake.
accident.
Give out the opposite pick.
Yeah, Mario's just needling.
No,
No, no, no.
Mario thought you picked
Mario's-
the
I'll start
Mario's
with,
Taylor.
I actually agree with Mike. I like the over.
There you go.
There you go.
Because I do think
He agrees with you.
because I do think the Cowboys will score, and I do think Sam Howell. Listen, like no matter what this dude faces, like he'll get sacked 39 times. He's still gonna like somehow scrap together 20 points. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how he does it. Like
No, he's like that.
he just like will scrap together a
score.
cover. Like I don't know how, but he's just especially like 10.5. I don't know. I just really like that spot for the Commanders. Divisional game. I think it'll be like Tyler said, maybe at times outside the number, like 14 or something. But I think Commanders get this down to 10 or maybe less, and so yeah, give me the Commanders and the over.
Ooh.
Over.
All right. Last game on Thanksgiving Day, and we have another game after that, the Friday game to talk about. So 2 more games you get on the Wednesday roundup. This is a special event because we usually only give out one pick, the Thursday night pick. 49ers at Seahawks. This probably the best game we're getting on Thanksgiving. 2 teams that are very much in contention in the NFC. San Francisco 6.5-point favorites on the road. The total's 43.5. Mario, I'm going back to you to start this one. Where do you lean? Because I was torn on this when I was looking at this line.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough one because Seattle at home, is always a tough place to play. But dude, I think since that bye week, like you can just see the 49ers are starting to roll. And I think they're kind of, they hit that rough patch. Brock Purdy wasn't playing as good. He's turning the ball over. I think
perfect passer rating last week, right?
and the weeks before, he's been looking a lot better. I just think 49ers are reminding everyone why they were arguably the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
They are dominant. They're looking good. And the Seahawks are trending kind of in the opposite direction. Geno's kind of not playing as hot. Which is why I just love the 49ers here. I think they cover this. I actually think they cover this kind of easily. Might be close in the beginning, but I just see them pulling away as the game progresses. And I like the under 43.5.
Ooh.
Love that.
Yeah. So you think Seahawks don't really score?
Yeah, I think 49ers hold them to like 13 points or something. And
roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike.
I am right there with you, and it's actually kind of crazy because Mario almost said verbatim what my note was, which is 49ers are rolling since the bye week.
Yeah.
I mean, they won 34-3 against the Jags, who are not a bad team, and 27-14 against the Bucks, who Bucks are. Bleh. But similar to what Mario said, I mean, Seahawks losing to your Rams, which I mean, go Rams. I'm a Rams fan, but we're not good this year, and a loss to them when everything was trending so well for the Seahawks is pretty embarrassing. I'm taking the 49ers minus 6.5. I also, this is kind of off topic, but I think they could still hit their season win total.
Was
Pretty
it 10.5?
10.5, yeah.
And they're 7-3.
7-3, yeah. I mean, it's very, very,
Very
possible.
I think it's probably more than likely.
yeah.
Oh, well, even better.
Yeah.
So, bang.
No, I'm with you. I hammered that line. So
Oh, okay.
I hammered the preseason.
consensus.
Yeah, it was a
There you go.
consensus pick. Yeah,
Oh.
I really want that to happen.
Bang.
So you're all over San Fran.
All over San Fran.
Yeah, this is a situation where I'm gonna agree with you here, and I was torn on this initially because usually most of my picks, if you follow how I pick NFL, are just home dogs, and I like taking plus the points in a lot of spots. But this is one I just couldn't get away from. The Seahawks are a team I've bet against almost every week all season. It's done all right. I mean, they've won 6 games, so take that as you will. But I just think the Seahawks aren't good. And I think everyone in the world is going to be on San Francisco. I haven't looked at the public money, but I'm assuming it's over 80%, 90% of the money is probably, and bets are probably just going to be on 49ers here. Because like everyone said, they've been rolling. The Seahawks, we just saw
Yeah, 85 and 85.
% of the money on.
And bets.
Yeah, everyone's going to be on the 49ers here. It's just hard to make a 6-4 team like over a touchdown underdogs at home. It's really hard to do that. But I think it doesn't matter in this spot. I think this is one of those situations where it's kind of a broken line, kind of like we saw with the Jags last week, where it's like, dude, they're going to roll them, and everyone was on board and they rolled them. I think it's like that. So yeah, San Francisco minus the points. You got to lay the number.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you asked me this a week ago, it would have been a much different answer. I don't know if you guys watched that Rams game, but Seahawks were dominating them until Geno Smith got hurt, Kenneth Walker got hurt, and Noah Fant got hurt.
Yeah.
Then, what's his name came in? What's the back?
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock comes in. They don't score the rest of the game.
He went 2 for 6 in an INT.
That's what I'm saying. So they were rolling the Rams. It would have been an easy victory in my
easy
opinion,
victory.
before
Easy.
everyone got hurt, which I would have loved the Seahawks plus the points at home for this game. Absolutely loved it. Maybe even their money line. But Geno Smith's banged up. He barely came in at the last drive. Kenneth Walker might not play. Noah Fant's not playing. You cannot bet against San Francisco with a healthy team.
Yeah.
You need, if you're going to beat San Francisco, you need to be healthy and all.
That
aspects
D
of it.
line is just.
They're
of the game.
so good.
And which I love Seattle
So
because
good.
their one thing is their running game was really good. So this game I thought was going to be really good, but unfortunately they're too banged up. I got to go against my Seahawks and got to hammer the Niners.
Wow.
I mean, this should be a murder.
So 4 in a row for the 49ers. Tate, are you making this a consensus pick?
Yeah, it's going to be a consensus.
Let's go, baby.
Firework.
Yeah,
49ers.
I mean,
Bang.
I'm like at 2-0 since the 49ers came off their bye, so I'm just gonna continue to ride them. They're absolutely hot. Ever since they added Chase Young, they're dominant.
Their defense is crazy.
Even
It's
in,
crazy.
even in the
Yup.
Bucks game, like they gave up 14 points, but they were in control of that game the whole time. I mean, they
Completely
were up 2
agree.
scores at least the whole game, and they didn't care. They were just like, okay, well, whatever. Like you guys can play your game, we'll just play our game and take advantage of where we are at. So I mean, like like Ryan said, Geno Smith's a little banged up. That team's just a little banged up. And if there's a possibility that either Geno doesn't play or Ken Walker doesn't play, that's such a huge advantage, especially to a healthy 49ers team.
Yeah,
just
lock this
gotta
line
be-
in early.
I do think that stadium will be rocking though,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
for Thanksgiving in
It's
Seattle.
probably the best, like one of the best 12 men in the entire league.
If not the-
that's what they're
Yeah.
called. You know, the 12th man. And this is a huge game for Seattle too. Like if Seattle could win this game, they're like a playoff
Win the
team.
division.
Yeah, they're gonna win the division,
Yeah.
playoff
Yeah,
team.
Yeah, they won the division.
Yeah, I think they might start falling off though. We'll see. Last game, Friday game, not Thanksgiving, so we just went through your Thanksgiving card. Dolphins at Jets. Interesting they have this game early on a Friday. I think it's
Yeah.
noon Pacific.
Weird, man.
It's the first time there's a Black Friday game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
and it's at
interesting.
noon, which is
Interesting.
random. But
Yeah.
anyways, Miami minus 9.5, total 40.5. I want to start here. I've been betting on the Jets a lot for some reason. I just love taking them plus the points and just losing. Last week I did that, plus the points against the Bills. They got demolished. Did you guys see Zach Wilson is no longer even the backup quarterback?
Yep.
He's now third string quarterback.
Yeah, Tim Boyle will be
Tim
the
Boyle's the
starter.
starter.
Oh my
I mean, that team, they just need Aaron Rodgers. There were so many routes where Garrett
need
Wilson just was
Jesus.
cooking people wide open and just standing there with his hands up. Breece Hall is doing all he can. You
How much
gotta
can you do?
you gotta lay the number here
Yeah.
with the Dolphins. I'm not gonna love this because I don't like laying huge numbers in NFL. In college, I'm more than happy to because they can win by 50. I don't know. I'm gonna be betting the Dolphins, and I'm gonna end up doing it big. I'm gonna say I'm not betting it big at first, and then every day I'll probably add some, and then Friday morning I'm gonna wake up and be like,
Wow.
damn it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
hammer it.
Dolphins.
So I have to do it. But Mike, I know this used to be your favorite offense
Yep.
in the NFL. Are you riding with them or are you taking the Jets?
Well, I mean, it's kind of similar with Texas and going against Colorado. I'm a fish. It's one of my. It's like one of my favorite offenses. Still is.
Yeah.
I also think the Dolphins very much are one of those teams that plays to the caliber of their opponent.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, got that wrong. They play very counter to the caliber of their opponent. So when they play really good teams, they absolutely fall off a cliff and they just suck. And when they play really bad teams, they blow them out by 50 points. I think this is exactly the same scenario here. Jets have nobody. They have nobody at the helm. They're just gonna die.
They're going to die.
I
This is
mean-
your Jets death game.
I can't make the joke that I'm gonna make
Four
because
now. Four people.
well, I mean, yeah, I just Grim Reaper style. But Dolphins, eek eek eek.
Eeky keek.
Eek eek eek. Eek eek eek.
Shark.
Smoke.
Eek eek eek.
Mario?
Oh, this game is, dude, I was so torn. Originally opened at 10, and I loved the Jets at 10, just like losing by 10 and taking a push, and then like possibly covering. 9.5. I mean, this is one of those where like it's not going to be on my card, but if I had to give out a pick, it'd probably be, and I don't like it, but Dolphins with you lay the number 9.5. Something in my gut just I feel like they're just the run game's gonna be on and the defense is gonna step up and it's just gonna be like a grimy game. But like you can't tell me Tim Boyle's gonna keep this close.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
You can't tell me. But I mean, and it's possible because the Dolphins are half frauds, but no, just give me the Dolphins -9.5. I hate it. I hate
We're
it.
3 in a row. I really don't want this to be consensus pick because it's kind of ugly.
Let
No,
it
no.
consensus.
If it's consensus, I'm gonna live
No,
switch.
I'm. There might be some questioning going into Friday, but there's a good chance I take Jets money line.
Oh, that's
Tim Boyle.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback. In New York, every year they have one of these games where they like have their backup comes in. Last year when they had 4 different quarterbacks come in, they just come in and have that weird game. And they
Mike White. Shout out Mike
Yeah,
White.
they beat the Bills. The Bills last year when the Bills were on fire, and they won.
Yeah.
So like they always have that one game where they have a really good game. And I've been saying this all year. I'll continue. I think the Dolphins are fraud. You play defense on Tyreek Hill, you slow him down. Doesn't have a 300-yard game. The rest of their team does nothing. Last week, absolutely nothing.
A-Chain's gonna come back healthy though.
I mean, yeah,
It doesn't, I mean,
They had
A-Chains out. Most are still in. Like, I don't know
that
what
team
else.
had hope. I mean, the Jets, you got to remember, they lost 3 in a row. Before that, people were talking like maybe Aaron Rodgers comes back early, playoffs.
No,
now
yeah,
it seems
I'm fine. I just think that a divisional game like this, you're never just going to let out. And I just think there's no reason. I don't know. I just think Tyreek doesn't have a monster game, and every time Tyreek doesn't have a monster game, the other team can win the game every single time. Whether it's the Patriots, whether it was the Bills, whoever it is. So I just think the Jets or Sauce is going to not lock down Tyreek. That's not possible, but maybe 70 yards, 80 yards, and Jets just run all over them, Breece Hall, and just a weird.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I just feel it in my gut.
17-13 game. Just where the Jets somehow win. That's how I
wow.
feel.
So Jets money line.
Jets money line. That's
Jets
sick.
money line.
I love that.
That's a pick.
No, I love
pick.
that.
That's
Yeah.
a pick. Tate.
Wow.
No, I actually love all of that you just said, but I cannot bet on Tim Boyle.
Yeah.
It's
I
tough.
I just quite literally can't. Like I can't.
No,
I mean,
it's tough.
I really want to.
Because
and
I
all-
want to
it
happily
all-
lose
no,
to
yeah.
Zach Wilson.
No, yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it's so much fun
No,
losing my
it's-
bet when Zach Wilson's quarterback. I'll do it every week.
You know
But-
Tim Boyle's going to eat. Back up for Aaron Rodgers all this time.
Dude,
just waiting.
plus I don't know if you guys watched the Dolphins game last week, but they turned the ball over or didn't score in the red zone like 4 possessions last week.
They
And
didn't
missed
look
two
great.
field
No, they
you guys
suck.
are-
They only scored
Like,
20 points against
They
the
could
They suck.
have beat the
At home.
Raiders like 42-13.
And that's not going to get better. playing
Live
Jets.
switch. No.
Yeah.
No. I got to go with what I.
Wow.
No, give me Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Roll
Just
like
plus
a
nine.
shot.
It's the Dolphins, and then I like the over here actually because I think
Dude, same.
if the
I have
Jets
over
do
40 and a
cover-
half. I have way
if the
over,
Jets,
actually.
If the Jets do cover, they got to score points and keep up with the Dolphins.
Wait. So that means you 3 are the only one on the Dolphins, but Mike is me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on the Jets.
Hey! Consensus?
No,
No.
if he consensus, I'm back.
Oh,
If he
okay.
consensus, I'm back.
Yeah.
4 of us on the Jets. Yeah,
That'd
I
be
love the Jets
hilarious
now.
if I
I was
was.
tricking
No.
myself.
Yeah.
I
That'd
was
be
playing
so
mind
funny.
Not
games.
on the Jets.
He's on the Dolphins, remember?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you're on the Dolphins.
No, but whatever you said, you talked me into it.
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh wow! Well, I don't know why I used your logic right there to say like you're
We
saying.
were
You
three.
said Tim Boyle back up for Aaron Rodgers.
I can't bet on Tim
Jets.
Boyle.
Jets.
I won't
No,
bet
no,
on Tim
Jets.
Boyle.
Jets.
So are you still flipping or?
I flipped.
Okay.
I
All right.
flipped.
Let's go.
Dude,
Let's
I
go.
was
Come
1v4
on,
and then bang, now I have the advantage.
Yeah, no, that was well done. Well, that's how you present.
We have
or
the
do
high
you-
ground.
No,
Okay.
yeah, he almost convinced me. Like,
I'm close.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have such a couple days.
No, that's how you. But that's how you
Adorable.
convince the podcast. Well, there you have it. There are the 4 games this week. Slightly altered Wednesday roundup. You know, we didn't do our normal go over everything just because we wanted to talk all these games. We couldn't talk about them when NFL comes out on Friday because they've all happened already.
Facts.
But here you have it.
Yeah, you'll get them next week. Don't worry.
This was your Thanksgiving episode. All your games. Enjoy your Thanksgiving,
Yep.
everyone.
yeah.
Spend some
yeah,
time
baby.
with family. Eat some
some
good
food.
food.
Oh yeah.
And bet on football.
Bet on
Those are the 3
football.
things you have
Yeah.
to do every Thanksgiving.
Pass
Family,
out.
food.
Watch
Football.
football.
Wrong
Yep.
word. Gamble, food, then family. But I like that.
The man's got
Watch
his priorities
football,
on.
pass out, eat. Watch football, pass,
Pass out,
No,
drink,
Bang.
pass out.
Repeat
And
that
if you're
10
above 21, drink a nice glass of whiskey. Get hammered.
Yeah, bang. Bang.
All that's going to be bleeped out. None of that- you're not going to hear any of that.
Emphasized.
No, do not emphasize.
Emphasize.
We're not going to emphasize that. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Tate, close it out. Tell the people what they need to do before they check us out on Thursday and Friday.
gobble up that subscribe button, baby.
Ooh.
Comment a gobble gobble for Mike over here.
Gobble,
We'd love
gobble.
to see it. Like the video, share with a friend, and turn that notification bell on, baby. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Guys.
guys. We'll see you.